Vexana, after a long time, dipping away from the meta, finally back at it here. In line with the whole team fight idea, the RRQ, almost a signature pick for Dyron, and Sutsujin on the Joy, something that ONIC prefer over the Yisun Shin. So I assume they have a plan for this, unless they really believe with the Kalia alone, they can stop Sutsujin's play across the map.
So this is a big thing, right? Because technically, against the Joy, would you pick the Fredrin here?
No. But now, I think it opens avenue for that Kaja pick. I think now, it's not a bad pick, right? With the terrorism and the Joy showed. Oh, that's bold.
Yeah.
On him, but here we go to the Land of Dawn for game number 1 in this grand finals best of 7 of MPLID season 15.
Whoa. Welcome. Right off the bat. Early win for the Vexana. I haven't seen the Vexana in quite a while. Just because, you know, obviously there usually are better picks in the first phase, but it's also strange to think that finally now we're seeing ONIC utilize more of the last pick Lancelots, the last pick junglers. We've really just been seeing, especially when the Hayabusa is open, Kyrie pick it up. Edoc already stopping Kyrie. Oh, Spear of Misery. Kaikon on the bad spot, has the retreat, secures it.
The pressure early on by RRQ, that was actually a coincidence as well. Toy was in the neighborhood where Kyrie was taken down to an instant, and now this Baxia pick. At first I thought it was going to go to Sutsujin, but then flex onto Edoc. As Keyboy wants to look to advance towards Sutsujin, but no, Sutsujin will just pull away. But the question is, will this Vexana pick be enough to stop the advances of the Joy and the Baxia?
So far it has looked quite enough. Look at that damage. Trading in the mid lane has never been so easy for Sans. Cursed Blast landing on Rins, and Sans' spacing has been phenomenal this game. I don't think he's gotten hit by a single dispersion, rotate, no yin-yang reactions. He just walked away from it pixel perfect.
At least he's able to survive the early game, the early burst coming in from the low Yi. Not yet level 4, so no Eternal Guard that might help him in the engages. Tyron is here, Sutsujin comes in as well.
Good terrify, Sutsujin coming in, electrifying beats. Already popped by Sutsujin, Keyboy taken off the wall by Edoc.
This turtle fight will be very, very important. Sans, flickerless, no flicker. That is information and a very, very expensive battle spell. Kyrie, close by as well. Look, base, split.
Puncture in, Tyron still in the front, penalty zone coming in with a puncture as well. Look, with the flicker forward, able to get Rins.
Castle.
Now Keyboy looking for the tsunami slam, will be able to find it, but Rins is the one who secures it in the back line. Kyrie has the puncture defensively as the rest of the team looks to back away. Edoc, Poisons, Keyboy, flickering back a win for the Kings.
Oh, that is RRQ getting the turtle as well. They were unable to kill Kyrie in the very first altercation, but at least Dyron is spacing him out, and Kyrie is not given the space to play as the Lancelot. I mean, sure, you would argue that Lancelot is a mobile assassin, so much escape mechanism, so much potential of possibly contesting that objective, that neutral objective, steal it or just take it straight away. But as of now, RRQ, they have one mission in hand, and that is to screen Kyrie out of that possibility. Manathon predictions by the new application, go pay. You know, it's a split of both.
Yeah. Is it a fair split? Oh, it's actually in favor of ONIC. We got 4-2 only. Arashi and Coleus have gone for RRQ. I wonder what the Indo desk thinks, because we have a different one. Eternal Guard landing. Rins knocked up. Keyboy, they're gonna go for it again. Tsunami Slam with the Purify out by Rins. No fight.
They might turn, but as of now, that's a Purify blown out. So maybe if ONIC, they really want to gesture again against RRQ, that is a possibility. But Sutsujin might look for the engage. Edoc rolling in. Not the best playmaking hero we would see from Edoc. But as of now, he's doing very well screening. Lutpi fighting the damage.
Good damage on Lutpi. Penalty zone by Dyron. Keyboy caught in the crossfires. Purple buff should be taken. Diversion into the top side. Kyrie looking for the play again. Thorn Rose and a puncture defensively as Sutsujin gets even more pressure.
Reset. It's all RRQ with the macro advantage as well, right? With the diversion. So much angles open. Severo might be hanging meat now for RRQ, but he has that dash to shield him away from the possibilities of a dive. Now let's take a look at ONIC WinCon. I think so far they can rely on Sans early on with the Eternal Guard, but as of now, it's up to Kyrie to funnel the gold onto himself, because his Lancelot has to go online. A couple of kills might do it, but RRQ, they're not giving the space for ONIC to do just that.
They're not even gonna give space to Kai to go for trades. Toy sent to the bottom lane again. RRQ are the ones who are holding the neutral objective. Keyboy, looking at the play, Tsunami Slam, able to find him. No Purify just yet. Now grabs some execution and Thorn Rose. Rin's taken down by Sans. Now in the back line, it's going to be Sutsujin jumping to find beat. Toy landing the SOD. Savero still with the Synchro Vision. Constantly jumping around with the Chrono Dashes, forcing the Revitalize. Keyboy getting position. Sutsujin, 2 dashes, no ultimate. ONIC recover, and now will secure a turtle. But look at the trade by Toy.
Looking for a roll in. E-Doc, no slay, rather no steal whatsoever happening. And down bottom, Toy, off screen, able to get a turret for himself. So RRQ, at least, they're able to get a cross-map trade and make things even in the hands of both sides. As of now, though, it's RRQ still with a gold lead, 1.3k. And they will always have that ever-present segue, side lane pressure in the hands of the Moskov, plus the Luo Yi, enabling them to get rotations either to the back or even down bottom to just push out the waves. And as of now for ONIC, their only response to that side lane is this Lancelot.
This is so value for RRQ. Like you mentioned, ONIC can't really deal with the side lane pressure, especially when we get into the late game. So the fact that RRQ are now the ones leading with the Moskov, who should by all means, I think, be bullied a bit more in the early game by ONIC. He's going to scale up to be a monster. Good damage by Rins on Sans. And you can see ONIC already start to rotate up top. Later on, though, ONIC, the way they win is through a big team fight. RRQ can deny those team fights. They have diversions. They have the Moskov, obviously, with the SODs. That global presence is so good for them to capitalize on ONIC's very one-dimensional team fight style.
And ONIC needs to scout those diversion plays as well, right? They need to scout the teleport. So Kyrie, Thorn Rose able to dodge that kill shot.
Whoa!
As of now, it's ONIC still holding to their ground. And look at the rotations made from RRQ. Dyron already, preparing himself for fighting. But the audience prediction now, with the new application, Go Pay, 62% favoring RRQ. Hoshi.
It's as usual here, ladies and gentlemen, in Indonesia. Wherever you go, whichever venue, stadium, it's a home ground advantage for RRQ. The Kingdom go wherever the players go. Sometimes even without the players, they still wear that RRQ jersey everywhere.
Everywhere, anywhere. The culture for them. And now it's up to ONIC to get this objective. Kyrie, level 10, and possibly having even more than one item. But RRQ, they want to fight this. Savero is nearby. Toy just went with the SOD, so that is a possibility. But Sutsujin comes close, and they will try to contest this.
Reset. Keyboy with the jump already. Now Kyrie with the phantom execution and a Thorn Rose. Good flickering forward, but the rest of the team will not follow. Rins again, able to escape. Now in the back as well. Kyrie able to go for the puncture and the Thorn Rose for a bit of hope. Sutsujin. Electrifying Beast, Tsunami Slam, locking him down, Eternal Go with the combo, Savero comes in with the Toy, SOD lands, Sutsujin falling, Toy still up top of the farm, Kai gets another, Tyrant, Sutsujin down, Toy up top, Kai jumps in with the puncture, and some execution!
Oh! He goes in, and that's Keyboy! Finishing off Rins, and Kyrie's tail, a cold assassin, but that was Keyboy as his wingman. And up top though, a wave pushing for RRQ. So at least they have that value. But still, ONIC, they swing it to themselves. And that orange buff for Kyrie too.
RRQ have to play way slower. Again, they have that global presence. They have someone in the side. They cannot be reeled in to a battle like that. Remember, ONIC, they're the better team fight comp. They have so much CC, overloading even Sutsujin.
But at least with the SOD, right? Even if it hits and it's not favorable for you to take the fight, you can still push up top. You can still make that side push happen. Kyrie, assassinated, might be a possibility.
Shield Unity. Oh, Kai again up against 4, no problem. This gets away, makes it look so easy. A trade though, but it's only a tier 1. RRQ definitely getting the value out of that.
Well known to make the escapes, and that is just him not breaking any sweat. At least E-Doc is able to, exert that pressure to keep on pushing. And Sans gets that Blood Wings extra defensive, tool for him with that extra shielding. But Swift Trinity by Toy with the 3 items, he's ready to just join the fights. But again, side lane so far has been his priority. Keyboy, Tsunami Slam!
Tsunami Slam and lockdown, all in from ONIC.
Gone.
The Mercenary has been dealt with. Severo in the mid lane all alone up against Rins. Now jumps in again. Revive. Tyron goes in. Rins gonna be slain. Severo all alone. Now the SOD lands again, but it's only gonna be a tier 2 as Keyboy collapses. And ONIC will find him mounted on Phantom Execution. Kai just does not miss on this lance.
The Sky Kings roar in game number 1. That was Severo in the backline looking for Rins. But Kyrie and the others followed suit. Tyron, that is not what we expected from him. The penalty zone did not penalize any of the ONIC members, and now they have that Lord for themselves. Up top, it's still pushing for side of RRQ Hoshi, but at least ONIC, they're able to stabilize everything.
That was mad disrespectful. Realize penalty zoning, Bigatron's trophy cabinet.
Hey,
What?
don't do him dirty like that.
Anyways, Toy, he looks pretty good now. Despite, again, not being able to win there, he's 0-0-0. He's still farming really well.
Yeah.
And he's getting closer to that item power spike. Now, technically, the 3-item power spike is what you're waiting for, but against a composition like this, I'd say Rose Gold Meteor is probably when you can finally start battling it out. But just as I mentioned, that Severo gets Holy Crystal.
Holy Crystal.
Big power spike.
And even BOD for Kyrie, so at least that adds his damage even more. But now the real-time victory rate presented by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 series is 64% for ONIC. Tsunami Slam though.
Again, over to Edog, this time with the Revitalize, still able to survive with the Poison still. Lupi brought back by the Yin Yang reaction, Lord dealing with the tier 2 in the mid lane. Good wave management by RRQ. They keep their losses at a minimum.
They hold it. At least they're able to stabilize everything again. It's up to RRQ to activate the side lanes. Talking about high ground defense, and just holding their base together as to not be torn apart. I think they have that power in the hands of Toy. Rose Gold purchased as well, so at least extra protection. Oh, diversion flank play only to send Dyren, but Edok is here as well, scouting. At least that's one thing that RRQ can nurture, that information from Edok constantly rolling towards ONIC. But they need to know that ONIC is ready to bounce back.
Good flicker out from the penalty zone. That's a big resource used already, but they are happy with that. RRQ, remember, even though they used 2 ults there to get into position. Keyboy! Oh, what a read from Keyboy! Eternal Guard from Sans. Sutsujin 3 times read like a book by the boy. Lutpi on Diamond, a flicker back again. Lutpi has the flicker, but he won't utilize it. Kai cutting the wave up top.
Keyboy, his spidey senses were tingling and was able to get that Sutsujin lockdown, Tsunami Slam onto the Eternal Guard. And I think that's another synergy we can talk about, Miracle. Tsunami Slam, Eternal Guard. So it's basically you getting knocked up to get knocked up again. That lockdown is still there. But the question is, can ONIC burst down the targets as quick as possible? With the Lancelot, that might be feasible. With Harith as well, that is a possibility. So RRQ now, what do? Because the Tsunami Slam is going to be the main engage tool for ONIC. They have to be able to peel themselves back, distance themselves from ONIC. As of now, Sutsujin, 1, 2, 3, Rins, same stat as well. They're struggling.
They really are. It's going to be tougher as we get towards, I'd say, 15 minutes. Again, we were talking about the late game possibility for RRQ, but now I got to dial it back a bit. RRQ have just not been able to utilize it as much. I think they're really scared of that AoE CC chain of ONIC. They can bait out Purifies like it's nothing, so Toy has to be extra careful. And that's why they've lost Prio even in the side lanes. High level 15, the Mercenary very close as well. Puncture coming down, now Edok gonna be caught. Phantom Execution over to the Lord. Diamond gonna be caught again with the Eternal Guard, and the Tsunami Slam. Oh! SOD doesn't land. Sutsujin caught in the bad spot, has to try and beat it. No! Severo!
That goes for the assassination. Severo goes for more. The double kill connects. Lutpi in the back, just harnessing the power. Dyren mounted up.
What can he do? Terrified now. The Curse Blast coming down as well. Oh, they're toying with Dyren at this point. 5 members, good penalty zone. But what is it for? It was a desperate attempt to survive.
Reminiscent of Season 12. Dyren with the solo hold, penalty zone 5 men. But this time, it's a different era. ONIC, they might be marching for the base, looking for the siege as well. RRQ, can they hold this? The Lord respawn, pushing forward, and they get that inner inhibitor.
Yikes. We saw that damage. Thorn Rose. That's why it's difficult for Toy. you want to go Rose Gold Meteor to deal with a lot of the damage, magic damage dealers. But then there's Kai on the Lance, a signature pick. Hito, Shield Unity already using the backline. Kiboy finding the pick with Eternal Guard. Now dive with penalty zone into the backline. Sutsujin looking for the place of Arrow still with the Chrono dashes. Able to kite away. Lord is already. Look, P running away. Toy with the chase again. One base turret. That's it.
1-for-1 trade. It's Zyra and Keyboy both down. At least RRQ are still able to hold their base. And now it's up to Toy to wave clear all the minions coming in towards their base. But that was actually a well-executed team fight by ONIC. They had their targets in their hands. The Tsunami Slam connected. But RRQ with the splash of damage that was underestimated by ONIC. The burst connected with Sutsujin with the Joy. Rin's contributing as well to that damage. And Toy just doing his own thing with the Moskov, passively poking the players of ONIC with that passive in the Moskov.
Very tough for RRQ at this point. They've lost a base turret in the mid lane. That means full prio for ONIC. They gotta deal with the side lane somehow. They gotta be confident enough that they can beat some of the ONIC members that will be sent down below. But it is tough, again, just because you're kind of forced to go either Rose Gold or win, right?
Yeah.
Maybe if he sells boots next, he'll get Wind of Nature, but he kind of needs the mobility too, up against a composition like this. Kai with a Thorn Rose over to Toy. Great punctures in, man. And a Retri. Thorn Rose mounted on Edop, brought back to the team as Samara walks up as well. Revitalized already with the Poissons. Look, P gets off.
They stabilized. And a concealed play, they might look for another
Oh,
Hail Mary play. Diversion connects, but where's the backup?
What a read from Kila Sans! Now Tsunami slams Savero! Again, now flickering back to Tsujin, pops in electrifying beats. ONIC wanna go for it. Not finding the wall, Keyboy Toy! He's
dead!
waiting the entire game just for ONIC to all in on him. Now it's only the Mercenary left.
The Mercenary. Looking at the broken castle walls, ONIC might punch for the end. The crystal is exposed. It's only up to Sutsujin.
ONIC with a statement game one, 17-3, 6.4k gold lead. Kila Sans with a crazy read.